though, since national security has become Obama's problem, he's decided to keep Guantanamo open. I think he wants to keep it open in case Nancy Pelosi needs to be waterboarded. So it's official now, only the Democrat nut base, i.e. the House of Representatives, was all bent out of shape about waterboarding. You remember Guantanamo. It was the all-exclusive tropical resort Bush built for the terrorists so they'd have a nice place to live until a Democrat president came in and released them or gave them civilian trials. Terrorists being held at Guantanamo can't be woken for interrogations, can't be put in cold rooms, and can't have their mail opened. Although who would have the cojones to open that mail is beyond me. They're entitled to 8 hours of sleep a night, 3 square meals a day, 2 hours of outdoor recreation. I've been treated worse than a Holiday Inn Express. At least knock on the door at 6 a.m. room service. The average Gitmo detainee has gained 20 pounds in captivity. At this rate, we're going to have to send Michelle Obama down here. In other words, ruthless terrorists who just as soon slit your throat are treated better than you will be if you have to fly to Kansas to visit Grandma. They don't even feed us on planes anymore. To get a good meal, you have to go to Gitmo. Obama's main foreign policy innovation has been to keep apologizing to Muslims on behalf of the United States. He's about to beat Tiger Woods' record of most times saying I'm sorry by a mixed-race male. He's apologized to Iran for President Eisenhower taking out Mohammad Mossadegh before Mossadegh turned Iran into a third world hellhole, you know, the way the Ayatollahs have done. Then there was his famous 90-degree bow tour of the Far East and the Middle East. For his next visit with King Abdullah of Saudi Arabia, Obama plans to roll on his back and have his belly scratched. Ordered the mastermind of the 9/11 attack to be tried in the same courthouse as Martha Stewart was tried in. How can this country even consider trying that subhuman fiend in the same courthouse where we're about to try Khalid Sheikh Mohammed? We've lost our moral compass. And a month ago at the White House Ramadan celebration, let those words roll around your head for a moment. At the White House Ramadan celebration, Obama came out for the Islamic Cultural Center and Mosque at Ground Zero. Does any adult with even minimal brain activity not see what a giant screw you this is to America? How about they build the mosque in the shape of a giant extended index finger? Would that help? Maybe they could put a Target store about halfway up. Hey, when are you guys going to open your new mosque? I don't know, how was September 11th? Anything going on that day? Capacity of building, 9/11. As Joe McCarthy said, if liberals were merely stupid, the laws of probability would dictate that some of their decisions would serve the interests of the United States. The economy was supposed to be Obama's highest priority, apart from shooting hoops. But it's only gotten worse since he's become president. The day the unemployment rate was the lowest since Obama has been president was the day he took office. Since Obama signed the trillion-dollar stimulus bill that was supposed to bring back all these jobs, or save them, millions, 2 million jobs, I believe, was the latest figure, have been lost. Last week, the unemployment rate went above 10% for the first time, and that was just among White House economic advisors. With the economy in the toilet, the mainstream media and liberal Republicans have been gloating that the Tea Party movement has been concentrating on the fiscal issues and not getting down in the dirt with all those divisive social issues. Yeah, that's because the country's bankrupt. The imminent total collapse of the country's monetary system does tend to focus the mind. But liberals add this additional point that even in normal times, Republicans are better off just stay away from those divisive social issues. It just upsets the children. This is demonstrably false. I'm all for fiscal conservatism, but cutting spending, cutting programs where the government gives people free stuff, that's eating your vegetables. This is why Democrats and liberals keep taunting Republicans for office running right now by saying, what programs are you going to cut? Name them. You're going to cut spending. What are you going to cut? They know that is a killer because Americans, for many years, have wanted bread, circuses, Medicare, Social Security, and their taxes cut. That's a much tougher argument. The social issues, by contrast, that's dessert. That's the chocolate sundae. Here's a quiz for you. What do Barack Obama, Bill and Hillary Clinton, Sarah Palin, John McCain, Dr. Richard Lee, and Ann Coulter agree on? That's right, we're all against gay marriage. We even won on abortion, though they won't let us vote, and that's why they won't let us vote. Abortion's strongest proponents say they want to make it safe, legal, and rare. What other constitutional right is defended by saying we want to make it rare? I'm a big fan of the Second Amendment. I don't tell people, now, not too many guns. How about the First Amendment? Let's make free speech safe, legal, and rare. And how about the proponents of this glorious constitutional right? Why don't they start naming the places where the constitutional right is practiced after them? How about the Barbara Boxer Abortion Center? The Barack Obama abortion mill. In 1996, the US Senate voted 85-14 for the Defense of Marriage Act. You cannot get the United States Senate to vote 85-14 for a proclamation declaring sunny days a nice thing. President Bill Clinton, it was when he was running for re-election, he signed that bill with gusto. The Defense of Marriage Act, if you don't remember, it would prohibit a gay marriage convened in one state from being recognized in another state. Bill Clinton ran campaign commercials when he was running for re-election bragging about having signed the Defense of Marriage Act. And say what you will about Bill Clinton, but he knows how to give a speech to save a marriage. Okay, now by contrast, hey Republicans, how did that privatizing Social Security go? I'm all for it, don't get me wrong, but privatizing Social Security, here, we're going to give you free money starting at age 65. Do you mind if we take it away, Americans? That's like Brussels sprouts at Chuck E. Cheese. Gay marriage has now been on the ballot in 31 states. In every one, it has lost. And that includes states, well, where the traditional marriage forces were way outspent. States like Maine, Oregon, the least religious state in the Union, California. With a little effort, you could get Californians to vote for a proposition declaring a Joseph Stalin Day. But gay marriage, no, sir. There was, when gay marriage first came up as an issue, when the idiotic court in Massachusetts, Marshall issued a decision discovering a right to gay marriage in the Massachusetts Constitution, which, by the way, was written by John Adams, and as Dr. Richard Lee can tell you, John Adams was the most religious of our founding fathers. He He would be very surprised to know that the document he wrote included a right for two gay guys to get married, but oh, they found it there. And by the way, if the courts can find a right to gay marriage in the US Constitution or the Massachusetts Constitution, they are in the wrong job. They need to be looking for Osama bin Laden.